Do you struggle with a fixed mindset or are you thriving in a growth mindset? Stay tuned to hear the difference. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Purpose Tuesday. I am your host, Dr. Sanya, and today we are talking about mindset. We're talking about mindset because we know that that is very important in our personal journey. Whatever it is that we're doing in life, mindset is that factor that fuels the outcome. Mindset is the factor that fuels the outcome. So, depending on the mindset you have, that in essence will determine the success. So, today we're looking at fixed mindset and growth mindset. And comment below, let me know after this, after listening, which mindset do you think you have been allowing to be a part of your journey? So, fixed mindset believes that abilities and intelligence and innate skills cannot be changed much. It just is. So if you're good at numbers, you're good at numbers. It's not really going to change. If you're good at numbers and not really good at languages, then I'm only good at numbers and that's it. There's not much I can do about it. While a growth mindset believes that if there are qualities that does not currently exist, there is opportunity to learn and to grow in these areas. There is opportunity to improve in those areas. So if I'm good at numbers and not really good at languages, then the growth mindset is going to say, well, awesome, I'm good at language, I'm good at numbers, and I believe I can grow, I can advance in the area of languages. All right. So when we do have fixed mindset, it really prevents us from being open to learning, number one. It also prevents us from learning from mistakes because we're going to be concluding that, hey, it is what it is and there's nothing to learn here. It's just concluding that I'm not able to do this. And so it prevents us from really moving forward and learning to better ourselves. So here are some things, some comparisons that we can make between the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. So fixed mindset, their abilities are fixed. They believe that their abilities are fixed and cannot be changed. While the growth mindset individual, they believe that their abilities can be developed and can improve through time and effort. And of course, when we have the growth mindset, it gives us the motivation to keep continuing because we realize that we can move much further than we are in whatever it is that we're doing. We also, a fixed and growth mindset have different ways in how they would respond to situations as well. For example, a fixed mindset, they would avoid challenges and pretty much go into protective mode. This is all I can do, and therefore this is where I will stop. While a growth mindset, they will actually embrace challenges. They're like, well, I don't know how to do that yet, but we're going to learn. We're absolutely going to learn. And we find that when we have that mindset of growth, we not only we challenge ourselves, yes, but we find that we actually propel even further than we ever thought or think or imagine, right? Because we are taking on the challenges and we're not hiding away from them. And then because of that, we're embracing each challenge one at a time and we're learning more. We're building up our knowledge repertoire, skills repertoire, experience repertoire. We're building all of that. When it comes to taking feedback, a fixed mindset, they would take criticisms personally and see it as a reflection of who they are. So they would utilize someone's criticism as a way of saying, hey, yeah, this is how I am. Like, I'm just that person, without giving themselves the benefit of a doubt, or just to try to challenge these narratives about their life. So it's the conversation of, yeah, that's already how I am. That's who I am as a person, and that's how it's gonna be. That is a fixed mindset. And when it comes to a growth mindset, when they do receive criticism, they see it as an opportunity to learn, right? So they will approach it from a constructive way. Okay, well, what you're saying here, what your feedback here is, let me look through it to see if it aligns with how I feel that I am at the moment, and where do I need to improve? How can I use your feedback to help me to get better at my craft, or to be better in what it is that I'm doing? And of course, when you do that, you are mastering your art. So if you are a coach or a speaker or a teacher, or just in any capacity, you're artist, when you do receive constructive feedback, it's not like you're using those people's word to say, okay, this is how I need to be. You're using their words to weigh in on your goals, your personal perspective of who you are and where you would like to go in life. So you're not using people's words to dictate who you are supposed to be and how you're supposed to be. You're using their constructive feedback or their criticism as a way to constructively determine where you need to stretch, where you need to grow, or what it is that you need to be grounded in about yourself. All right. And so fixed mindset, also, we downplay the importance of effort. So if you're successful in something, you worked really hard in something, and you're able to achieve, and you get your you know compliments and so forth, a fixed mindset tends to downplay that. Anybody could do that, because we feel like, yeah, it's a part of me. I can do this. It's easy. So we don't really recognize accomplishments as much in a positive way. And sometimes we can kind of struggle with, you know, imposter syndrome as well, because our achievements, we feel that, if they're good achievements, we kind of see those achievements in a negative light. Where did they come from? Did I do that? That's not how I feel about me. We'll talk about imposter syndrome another day, but yeah, so we do not receive uh, um, feedback well, and also we see our efforts as very minimal. So that means we're not going to be celebrating ourselves very often. With a growth mindset individual, they value effort, and they see it as a key component of making improvement. Like, okay, well, I did this, and therefore I see how far I've come and where I need to go. I've seen where I've come from, and now where I need to go. Fixed mindset will say, it doesn't make sense. If I try, I'll not bother. I won't even bother to try. While the growth mindset individual will say, I'm going to try. I am definitely going to try. We don't know. We're hoping for the best outcome, but I'm going to try. Nothing try, nothing done. All right. So how can we build growth mindset? How can we build growth mindset? Well, first of all, be aware of how you approach situations around you. Be aware of your thought processes. What do you generally tell yourself? Is it generally from a fixed state of mind? This is the dead end and that's it? Or is it from an open mind perspective where, okay, we're hitting on some rough patches here right now, but we can move forward. We can get through this. We can learn. We can push through. We can, I can. So once you identify that, then you're able to see what lane you're generally traveling into. And I believe the second thing that we need to do is to learn to be patient with ourselves, be compassionate with ourselves, see our mistakes as when we do make mistakes and when we feel we fail at something, see it as teaching us instead of condemning us. I think I made a video on this. Mistake is my friend. So you could go back and check that out. So when we see failures and mistakes from an opportunity, a perspective where, okay, I'm going to grow, I need to use this to gather data on how I can get better at the situation, then you find that you're embracing a growth mindset. When you are open to receiving mentorship and support and feedback, whether they sound good or not, we know that we are transitioning over into growth mindset because now we're determined to grow. We are not going to allow things to set us back. Assess your motivation. Do we find that we already have a disheartened perspective about a situation and saying it's not going to go anywhere, therefore why try? If you notice that that's the practice, try to talk to people who can encourage you, even if you can't encourage yourself, but sometimes we need to do that, man. We need to pray and encourage ourselves in the Lord. But sometimes we need positive people around us to encourage us as well, and just being in environments that they're about growth mindset. And as they keep doing that, you find that it will help you to, over time, change the way you see situations as well. Practice, practice, practice. This is a daily effort. This is a daily thing that we have to do for ourselves. Today, I need to have a growth mindset. Look at the different situations that you're going through and ask yourself, how am I reacting to this? How am I receiving this? And what it is that I am feeling prompted to do about it. Am I feeling like I need to keep going, growing, learning, or do I feel like I need to give up because I feel that that's just how it is? It's the conclusion. All right. So think about these things and be intentional about it on a day-to-day basis. I hope that this was able to open up some things for you, some thoughts, help you to learn more about yourself, and comment below and let me know what stood out. Do you find that you're a growth mindset individual or a fixed mindset individual? And one way in which you feel, okay, you're going to start doing things differently to develop a growth mindset if you feel that you're in a fixed mindset lane. All right. Well, I hope that was helpful. Again, this is Purpose Tuesday. And as you move towards your calling and your purpose, and you walk forward in the future, always remember that God has your back. He's with you. He'll never leave you. He'll never forsake you. Take care. Bye.